Over the last couple days, I've been in the process of moving my art studio to my master bedroom. I figured I would switch them up because my master bedroom's a lot bigger and it just makes sense to use a larger space like that for doing art. So as I was doing that, I was going through some stuff and getting rid of stuff I didn't need anymore or whatever. And I came across some old artwork. And I was gonna just throw it out, but I'm like, no, I'm gonna make a video first because some of this stuff is so terrible, but it's like, I felt actually really good because I've seen how far I came, and I wanted to make this video just so I have a record of, like, I could always look back and see where I was, because I'm gonna throw out the stuff, probably. And maybe I'll even try to redo some of it, like a redrawing my old art kind of thing. So a lot of this stuff is from probably like around 5 years ago, but there's also one of them I think was dated like 2012, and then I think some of this stuff is even 10 years ago probably. So let's get started. This is in no particular order. Some of these are better than others. But what I've noticed in a lot of them is, especially the portrait and people drawings, the proportions are like very off. And I think that's a common mistake like beginner artists make, is it's very hard to see correctly the proportions. So, okay, this was a tiger. This isn't actually too bad, it's just, but it doesn't really look complete, at least to me. And then, oh my god, this is so terrible. This is 2015. But I did this for someone that I worked with, and I was just like, it just doesn't look right, so I didn't give it to him. And it's because the proportions are completely, like, just wrong. And this isn't, like, terrible either, but it's just not, you know, it's like, whatever. This is just like a very random, simple thing. And this. I think I was going for some like heavenly kind of look. I don't know. I feel like the picture in my mind was very different to how this turned out. I found this and I'm like, what is this even? And I think it was from my Arab studies class that I took back in college, and that was definitely like 8 or so years ago. But I think this looks pretty cool actually. I really like the writing. I don't know what any of it says because I think I just found things that look good on the internet and I copied it, but it got an A-, so I'm assuming it's all like okay. This actually isn't terrible. I think I just lost patience and didn't finish it, but then I saw this on the back. And it's supposed to be Legolas. And I mean, it kind of looks like him, I guess. And this is, again, another person from Lord of the Rings. It's not terrible, but it's not really good either. This, I think I just started and I just lost patience before I even, like, barely started it. Oh my god. Oh, I just like, I'm redoing this one actually, so I think I'm gonna make a video of that. But the proportions are just so off. And I feel like I should have just spent time not even coloring or anything, just figuring out proportions and just like either measuring or tracing or whatever I had to do to get the proportions right, because in my opinion, like now, like I just feel like if the proportions aren't right, it's not even worth finishing the drawing because like they're not gonna get any better as they go on. Then this I started and I just didn't have the patience to finish. It's Pretty Little Liars, and the proportions are, no. Same thing here, I just kind of like started it, but wasn't really feeling it. This isn't terrible, but it's not really good. This one I didn't have the patience to finish. was like a combination of pastels and colored pencil. And, this was on the back. I don't know what, this was just probably me doodling in class. And this actually could have turned out pretty good. It's the inside of the piano, but no, it's this way. But I think I just lost patience. I think another mistake I made with a lot of this is that I was using colored pencil, which is the slowest medium on the planet, basically, so to look realistic. Because I was using colored pencil and going for realism. And I think for a beginner artist who, I mean, I've been drawing all my life, but this is when I was really trying to draw well. And I think for a beginner, like kind of where you're really trying to be serious, colored pencil's probably not the best way to go, because it's, at least not if you want it to be super realistic. I mean, these are actually, I think they're good, but I know they took me a long time. This was, I think, Inktense pencils. Not terrible, but just kind of a doodle. I was going for like an Asian theme here or something. And this was some guy that I thought was attractive from, I think, a TV show. This was like from my grandmother's backyard. Not too bad, I guess. This one's actually not bad. It's watercolor, I think, or watercolor pencil. This, I think I was trying to do another like sky heavenly thing, but it definitely didn't translate. This was one of the reference pictures I took when I was in Hawaii, and it just, no. Oh my god, and this one like is not terrible, but then it like this fish is like, it looks like it's dead. I mean, what I was going for was like, I didn't want them to all be in the same position. But this just looks so dumb. I can't. Then, this is another one where it's just like, oh my god. Like, it's just, oh my god, I can't. I don't know what I think I just started this one and I just gave up. And then this was, I don't know what this was supposed to be. I think it was just like me experimenting with stuff. And then, oh my god, this was, I love the pictures of like the lanterns where they're like floating in the sky, and it just looks really beautiful. And I think that's what I was going for with this, but it's, I guess it's a little bit abstract and not really that good. And then this one, I was kind of going for like galaxy with flowers, kind of surrealism kind of thing. But yeah, again, that was a fail. This, I don't even know what I was trying to do here. I think I was just like trying to make a pattern or a design. This one is not like terrible, but I don't know. It's just not that good either. This, I wrote on the back of this, inspired by my grandma's garden. So this was probably at least eight or so years ago. I mean, some of these are worse than others. I think I've always been kind of okay at drawing like plants and insects and animals and stuff, but the drawing people has taken a lot of work. It's extremely difficult, especially like the full figure. This one, I think it was supposed to be fireworks, and it's just, I mean, I'm not really crazy about it. I'm definitely gonna throw it out, but it's a cool idea. This was from a movie, like some owl movie. I forget the name of it, but it was one of the scenes that I thought was really cool, where he's like flying through the sky. I thought that was really awesome, but it just didn't turn out how I saw it in my mind. And then this, I think, was supposed to be Bellatrix from Harry Potter, like when she's coming out of the fire, where she's coming out of the fireplace thing. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really look like her at all. And then this one, I'm not really sure what I was. Oh, this is December 2012. So, okay, this was like almost 8 years ago. And I think I was just trying to like combine like different things in one, like kind of like as like in a, I don't know, like a kind of spiritual way almost. I don't know. But this isn't terrible. It took a lot of time. I vaguely remember doing this, and it's like, it's colored pencil, and it's still, you can still see the white of the paper. It's really hard to like really get the colored pencil layer on smooth and realistic, and it really tests your patience. This one, I actually like the concept of this one, and I might try to redo this one, but in a more, just in a better way. It's I used to windsurf, so I really liked it. I gotta do it again. Now that I live in Florida, it's like, but yeah, it was kind of inspired by my windsurfing days and a nice like sunset. I'm gonna redo that. This is from my favorite book of all time, Memoirs of a Geisha. Like, it is literally my favorite book, and the movie, I like the movie, but nothing can top the book. Like, that author, I just wish he would write like 1 million more books, because he's such an amazing writer. But yeah, this was one of the scenes from the movie that I really like thought was beautiful, and I'm like, I want to capture that on paper, and I mean, it's not my best. And this, oh my god, this is like so terrible. I have no words, and I think I didn't use a reference photo or anything, so please consider that when you're like looking at this. I just kind of made it up from my mind, so that's why it looks really bad probably, because if you use a reference, at least then you can kind of just get the things a little bit more accurate. I think I was going for like a more abstract kind of look or something. I mean, I actually like the rooster. I think it looks pretty cool, but you know, it's still kind of out there. And then I found this book, the Sketchbook, which this had to have been a long time ago, because yeah, this was probably like 5 years ago, and I had this random thing written. I don't know if I think I just like made this up. But it says, true artists don't copy or steal. They find inspiration in the world around them, and their art reflects it. Okay, yeah, I would say I agree with that. I feel like you get inspired by other people, but yeah, I would say I still agree with that. I think you get inspired by other people, and other people can show you kind of like what's possible more beyond yourself, but at the end of the day, like, you have to find your own inspiration and create art based on that. And, oh, this one's actually not bad. And then what else do I have in here? I had this like random design that I wanted to do, the piano, and it had like words describing the piano, and this is like a palm tree. Oh my god! Oh my god! I think I might actually make this, but in a nicer way. It's like a little like kid's story called Larry the Lizard that I made up. That's really, really funny. And I have some random like to-do lists. Oh, and Corvette, which is still my favorite car, though I would never like spend that much on a car. And I had some like this. Another tiger. I just was like playing around, I guess. I don't know. I think I was just playing around with like colors and stuff. This was like, I think a baby I was drawing for someone. I was just practicing there. Same thing here. This looks familiar. This was just like I was planning out, I guess, a drawing. A random guitar. No, this is kind of cool. This was a picture I took when we moved down here to Florida. And I used that as a reference. Oh, this was that same one, and I just feel like I could not get the proportions right. Well, this one's not terrible. Song that I wrote. Another song I wrote. Another song I wrote. Like a lot of songs here. Oh my god, another song. I think this was a time when I was writing kind of a lot of music. And this is another song. Oh my god, this is actually not bad. This is also 2015. This was a spider that was like literally, it sounds weird, but we were kind of friends. It lived in this table that I had outside when I was staying with my grandmother. And it would like come out and just like, I'd be sitting outside and I would be reading or drawing or writing or something. And it would like come out of wherever, like under the table or wherever it was hiding when I was sitting there, and it would just like sit next to me. Like, I think this is where it was like living, like in this gap here. Cause I had my camera with me one time because I'm like, I'm gonna get a picture of this spider because it's so cute. And it would just sit there and hang out with me. Like, it was the coolest thing. I was like, aww. Yeah, this is another song. This is some landscape. Oh, this was on the cruise. I tried to do it from life, which is kind of difficult. I didn't get to finish it. Oh, this is kind of nice. Yeah, I remember doing this on the cruise because somebody like walked by and said they liked it. Some random origami. Yeah, so most of the stuff was just sketches, like really light sketches, and me trying to plan out some art that I wanted to do. But I think the main point of this video is to like always just kind of look back on your progress, because that's pretty motivational. At least for me, it's been really motivational to look back and then look at my art now, and there's like such a huge difference. Like, it doesn't even look remotely the same, like the same person created it. And it just goes to show you that if you work hard and you just keep working at something and you pay attention to what you're doing wrong and try to correct it, you're gonna get better. And also, like a couple years ago, I'd get up an hour early before work every day, and I would spend that hour just sketching, like every single day. I think I did that for a year. And that really helped me a lot. I really feel like I made a lot of progress just from that. And then also I took the Milan Art Mastery program online. I would have really liked to do it in person, but it was just not possible for me at the time. So online was, you know, I feel like I didn't really miss out on that much. It was like so worth doing, and it was so amazing. I feel like my art just like went like that, like it just like exponentially got better from just that program. And I really recommend that if you're interested in becoming an artist, or you just even want to learn like drawing and painting. That class is just, it's so useful. I have not seen another art class that even compares. Like, I really think that it's actually better to do that program than like go to art school, because you probably won't learn as much as you will from the Milans. But yeah, so I hope you liked my video. I had a lot of fun actually going through this and looking at all these pieces of art that I forgot about. And thanks for watching. Bye!